Hello and welcome to Week 8 of Friday Football Fever. I'm Jeff Jones, and tonight we got to see some small school football with some big-time teams. 2A Mason entered the night with an undefeated 6-0 record. Their district rivals from Johnson City brought a 6-1 record into this one. Now, historically, Mason's getting the better of this showdown, winning 14 of the last 15 matchups. But the last 2 games have been as even as possible. Split exactly 1-1, a 12-point win for Johnson City in 2021, followed by a 12-point win for Mason last season.
We're really excited. We formed a little rivalry in the past couple years.
We have a strong passion and a strong love for the game, and it's just a joy to be out there doing everything.
If you want to be the ones, who have an opportunity to win district, kind of goes through those guys.
So they know what each other likes, their styles, and what they can and can't do.
It's the season for both of us. This is the game we all look forward to all year. They're always going to be fast, physical. They're always going to do all that kind of stuff. The pressure of the game is a privilege, so it's good for us to be able to compete with them and hopefully come out on top.
It is Mason versus Johnson City in our game of the week. And it's no surprise that the Eagles went to the air right away. McCray Jacobs just told us that pressure is a privilege. Well, 46-yard touchdowns are a privilege too. Marshall Jackson delivering the catch like it's Amazon Prime Day. That was Tuesday, my man. Mason's mascot is the puncher. So, of course, they punched one in from close. Jab, uppercut, tropical fruit. A lot of good punches out there. A lot of good catches, too. Now, we have to slow this one down to really appreciate what Johnny Slowinski pulled off. The ref called him out of bounds. I disagree. So, Johnny, since I cut the highlights, you get on TV. Now, this game came down to the fourth quarter. Johnson City trailed by 7 until they threw a touchdown to our old friend Johnny. But instead of going for the extra point in the tie, the Eagles went for 2 in the lead. It was a trick play that was fun to watch, but fell incomplete. This one was like this recent rivalry, as close as it gets. Mason wins 28-27. My friend Cory Mose was at the game and heard from the punchers about that game-saving 2-point stop.
What's good, Jeff? Yes, as we talked about, we knew this game was going to come down to the wire, and boy, they did not disappoint. With 5 minutes left to go, Johnson City was actually able to go down the field and score a touchdown, making it 28-27. But instead of going for the extra point, they went for a 2-point conversion. A reverse pass, a great play call, but it wasn't a great throw. Unfortunately, the ball fell short, and so they were down by 1 point. And after that, Mason took over and ran out the clock. Now, after the game, I was able to talk to running back Ryan Todd about what the conversation was before that last drive to win the game for the Mason Punchers.
Let's run the clock out and win this game, pretty much. We had to execute and not turn the ball over and keep marching it down the field to run the clock out, and that's exactly what we did.
And to run the clock out, you had to get a big 3rd down conversion. The ball was put in your hands. When you heard the play call, what was going on through your mind?
It was, I believe, 3rd and 3, and all I was thinking is get 3 yards. Get the first down and keep the chains moving and keep the clock running.
Yeah, and Coach, he accomplished that. And so what made you trust him to be able to get that first down?
He's a competitor. Our whole motto is pound the rock. We put it on our linemen too. Those guys up front making all those holes, but at the end of the day, he's got to protect it. He's got to go get it. Didn't play the best, and all them emotions. We talked about controlling, didn't really control those very well, but we got the stops when we needed to on defense.
I wanted to talk about that because after the game, you were talking to your squad about how y'all came out kind of flat, and then at least y'all didn't have to get served a humble pie, but y'all were able to still get the win. So even with this win, how much more important is it to know that y'all didn't play great, but y'all still came out 1-0 in district?
Oh, sure. People try to create that winning culture, but nonetheless, I think we came a little flat. In Johnson City, man, they competed extremely well. A lot of fight in that group, and hats off to them. They played really well tonight. And so, again, it wasn't pretty, but we got the win.
Y'all were able to finish, Coach, so that's all that matters, right? Congratulations, and good luck next week against Junction.
Thank you.
So there you have it. Mason is now 1-0 in district, and they land a gut punch to Johnson City. No pun intended. All right, Jeff, time to hit the road. I see you back at the station.
A 1-point win in a rivalry game, that's the drama we've come to expect from that rivalry. All right, thanks, Cory. Now, from the smallest 11-man football classification in our state to the largest, a couple of 6A heavyweights took the field tonight. Westlake hoping to win its 30th straight district football game, a streak that extends all the way back to 2019. And Dripping Springs hoping to pull off one of the most memorable upsets at least in my recent memory. Friday the 13th means it is spooky season, and here's something scary for Shaps fans. A 79-yard dripping touchdown on just the third play from scrimmage. Jack Tyndall dodging tacklers like I've been dodging those student loan repayments. When do those start back up again? One guy who is going to earn some free tuition is Thompson Vickery. The Dripping Springs senior has offers from Cornell, Texas State, and others. He forced a Westlake fumble on that sack. The Shaps were down, but they were not out. Quarterback Reese Weiss tied the game at 7 with that run to the right. But before halftime, a play action on 3rd and 1 helped Maddox Maher find Kyle Cook doing his best Waffle House impression. He's open. Drip led by 7 at the break, but Westlake came back in the second half and protected their home turf. Shaps win this one 27-14. To the scoreboard for the first time tonight, Vista Ridge falls in another very low-scoring district game. Stony Point beat them 7-zip, and Lake Travis took care of Anderson at home. Final score 42-15, Cavs. More scores coming your way right now. Tough scoreboard for our local teams facing out-of-town opponents. San Marcos falls to Cibolo Steel 45-3, and Glenn falls to College Station 49-19. Back to the highlights in District 25 6A. Westwood looks like a playoff team for the first time in a while, thanks in part to an offense that averages nearly 40 points per game. Owen Noel found Lane Wood, Mr. Wood, hurting them like fall elm. That's a joke for the allergy sufferers out there like myself. Westwood, on the other hand, no joke at all this year. The Warriors win 17-14 and continue to make that playoff push. Cedar Ridge hosting Manor. I love the route concept you're about to see. Your outside guy goes in, your inside guy goes out, and most important of all, you throw it right in front of the KVUE camera. We appreciate that. Nice play for the Raiders, but Manor gets the win and strikes up the band. The Mustangs move to 2-2 in district play, winning this one 37-23. More scores coming your way. Oh, rivalry game up north. Up top on the scoreboard, Georgetown beats Eastview, their crosstown rivals, 31-13. Hendrickson and Cedar Park, two very evenly matched teams, it appears, played to overtime. That's a 1-point win in OT, so it looks like the Timberwolves might have got the ball second and gone for 2 after that touchdown. Final score in that one, 46-45. More scores. Hayes couldn't quite hang with Seguin. Seguin wins 42-24. And Elgin, after a loss last week, they pick up another one in a row. Waco University beats Elgin 27-23. Guys, we've updated you on about a dozen games so far. We have much more left to show you. Scores, highlights, our Band of the Week, and our Play of the Week nominees are all coming up next. Welcome back to Friday Football Fever. Time to bring in my friend Tyler Feldman. Tyler, how you doing, man?
Jeff, great to be here. Another Friday night. Seems like the season just started a day ago, but we're here. We're happy to be here.
8 weeks already flown by. Yeah, playoffs will be here before you know it. But not tonight. Tonight, we got to see Crockett play Travis, two schools named after people who fought in the Alamo, Davy Crockett and William B. Travis, and two schools located south of the river. That location, important.
Yeah, that location, Jeff, is key because whenever these two historic AISD programs meet, the winner always walks away as Kings of the South.
Get the crowns on.
Yeah, and those shiny crowns were well represented at Burger Stadium tonight. It's about time we crown a new king on the gridiron, of course. Late first quarter, still no score. Texas Teching it. Cameron Dickey on third and goal finds Jacob Reed. Corner pocket for the touchdown. It's 7-0 Cougars. The Rebels, 5-1 for a reason, though. They drive back downfield, a little tush-push. Gets them to the 1 yard line. But check this out. Jordan Davis goes no huddle. Same play, but loses the football. Oh, man. Anthony Saucedo recovers for Crockett as the Cougars earn the crown this year. They take down Travis 48-14.
Loyalty in the house. All right. Hey, to Hutto, where the Hippos hosted Temple and hope to get their first win since August 25th. It's been a tough streak, but offensive weapon Keelan Chavis is tougher. That young man recently received an offer from Texas Tech, which happens to be where his quarterback will play. Quarterback Will Hammond found Alex Green on the sideline, and you know green means go. Alex's 9th touchdown of the season helped break that losing streak. Hutto, they got flashing lights and they got a W. 52-31, the final score.
Tough night for our Bastrop ISD teams. The Bears falling to San Antonio Veterans 55-8, while Cedar Creek gets dropped by San Antonio Piper 46-10. More scores. Lockhart falling to Liberty Hill. High scoring affair 59-41. Then the Bulldogs, how about a shutout? Topping Marble Falls 24-0.
Leander, a team that hadn't won a district game in 2.5 seasons, hoped to pull off the upset of the year against A&M Consolidated. Sadly, whoever they hired to write that upset script must have thought the writers were still on strike. The guys from College Station scored on a few big plays and earned a big win. Final score in this one, 72-0. More scores coming your way right now. Belton got another win over one of our local teams. They beat Connolly by 5, 27-22 the final score there. Rouse on a win streak. I see you. They get the win over Colleen Chaparral, 49-36. Let's see, the scores keep on coming. Battle of some of the directional schools here. Northeast versus East Side. That's a 1-touchdown game. Northeast wins 21-14, and McCallum beat Lassa 45-21. Now, as you guys know, every week we showcase one local group as our Friday Football Fever Band of the Week. I get a lot of emails about this. People like the Band of the Week.
Who doesn't love the Band of the Week?
Hey, well, if you're one of the people who loves the Band of the Week and you love some pop music, I think you're going to like what Akins did by reintroducing us to a pop legend and making Whitney proud. Take a listen. Welcome back to Friday Football Fever, where it is time for our Drive of the Week. And this week, our Drive of the Week took us up north, where Lampasas traveled almost 70 miles to play a game at Taylor.
The 5-1 Badgers, off to their best start since finishing the regular season undefeated back in 2020, and they need some 2020 vision tonight, Jeff. Taking on a Taylor team looking to bounce back after suffering a 17-point home loss last week. The Badgers only lost this season on the road at undefeated Wimberley, and those Badgers on the attack early. They get down inside the red zone, and quarterback Reed Jerome follows his offensive line in for the short touchdown. Taylor just not able to get a good read on number 3 tonight. Later, it's Reed again, calling his own number again for another touchdown run as the Badgers silence the Ducks 43-24.
Down south, Lehman hosted New Braunfels Canyon. The Lobos searching for their first district win since 2020. Unfortunately for them, Canyon had other ideas. First, a short touchdown run for the Cougars. Then, Canyon rolls out, tosses a fade right into your living room. And if you go into the living room, you know the rules. No shoes on the carpet, and you always use a coaster. Cougars left this stadium with water rings everywhere. Canyon wins 47-0.
Don't like that.
Don't like that. Hey, speaking of coaster, wine country, Fredericksburg got the win tonight. One touchdown win over Somerset, 28-21. Smithville and Giddings, battle out east, and it was a close one. Smithville wins by 1 point, 35-34. More scores coming your way. Good night for LaGrange. They beat Caldwell 53-21. And Gerald couldn't quite hang with Geronimo Navarro. They fall tonight 64-14.
All right, over at Hyde Park, it was a battle for first place between Phil Dawson's Panthers and Tim Phillips' Knights. Big night defensively for number 44 in white. William Johnson, the senior, with the sack. Knights take over, and Quinn Murphy gets right to work, tossing it Chicago style. Deep. Blake Smith, easy money. Quick 7-0 lead for Regents. Ensuing Panthers drive. It's Johnson again, this time with the interception. What can he do? And that turnover leads to more points for the road team. Murphy going back to the deep ball, this time finding Rowan Patson, number 6. In for 6 as Regents beats Hyde Park for the 9th consecutive season, 50-14.
Did I hear a pizza reference?
I'm hungry, Jeff.
Love that.
Need some pizza. Hey, speaking of hungry, a couple of our teams were pretty hungry tonight and didn't want to give out any extra food. No leftovers.
I see some donuts.
Wimberley 72-0 over Manor New Tech. Austin achieved a donut there. Lago Vista 66-0 over the Polar Bears. More boards. Luling can't hang with San Antonio Colt 31-10. Then Llano, falling by a touchdown to Marion 28-21.
Saw San Antonio Cole on that board. Some people might not know that's Shaq's high school. Shaquille O'Neal went there. Yeah.
That is cool.
Not sure if we have a t-shirt big enough to fit Shaq.
Definitely not.
Hopefully we have one big enough to fit you. Guys, and I actually have 2 styles of t-shirts I'm going to show off today because
fancy.
I've been giving out so many that we actually ran out of one size in the gray one. So what I'm going to do, Tyler, I'm going to ask you to take a picture of me holding both of these t-shirts.
Look at this guy. Just
multitasking here.
Can we hold them closer?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, that is it right there.
All right. And what I'll do is I will post that. You like that? I will post that picture on my social media pages, at Jeff Jones Sports, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on the X. And if you follow me on that platform and you comment on that picture where I'm holding up 2 Fever shirts, then I would just randomly select 2 people who follow me and comment, and I'll DM you and hopefully get one of these shirts out to you in your size. So go ahead and do that. I'll get that picture of this commercial break, and we'll be back with more football right after this. It is time to meet our Athlete of the Week, sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Guys, welcome back to Friday Football Fever. And Tyler, as you know, each and every week this season, we are picking out one local athlete who we want to feature as our Abacus Athlete of the Week.
And Jeff, one word I'd use to describe this week's honoree is electric.
I like that.
Absolutely electric. Yeah, the future North Texas wideout Miles Coleman scored 3 touchdowns in Vandegrift's big win over Round Rock last night. And the best part, 2 of those 3 scores, Jeff, were on punt returns, less than 3 minutes apart.
Miles Coleman, you already know it's coming, dog. Here's the Athlete of the Week award, bro. Congratulations. Congratulations. I saw on the sidelines Blake crowned you. So does that make you the king of punt returns now?
Maybe. I mean, if they kick it to me, I'm going to make a play. So I was surprised they even kicked it to me twice in a row after I took that first one to the house.
Yeah. I know coach, your special teams coach just described you as a cheat code. When you hear that from someone like that, what does that mean to you?
I mean, just the confidence he has in me, it's truly amazing. Just the trust between coaches and us is just amazing. Just the bond we have, it's amazing.
And did I peep over Ronaldo celebration in the end zone?
Yes, sir. I hit the suey. The suey, yep.
Love that. Was that already off the top of the dome, or you knew that coming into the game, you're going to pull that out?
Yes, sir.
Coach told us earlier this week that when you were 7 or 8, you knew you were going to be a Viper. Man, what does it mean to you now, 10 years later, that you have Vandegrift on your chest and you're playing for the Vipers?
Man, I've always dreamed of being a Viper, just watching them through middle school, elementary school, and just the way Coach Sanders runs his program, it's amazing. And to finally be able to play, it's the best thing in the world, honestly.
Congratulations on the win, but also congratulations for being our Athlete of the Week, man. Great stuff, bro. God bless.
Thank you.
Time for our Big Save of the Week, sponsored by Austin Telco. Now, each and every week, we see some good plays and we see some great ones. Yeah. Tyler, we saw a bunch of great ones today, and we were able to kind of huddle around computers and watch them over and over again. We have 3 of those plays that we want you to get to watch at least a second time tonight. Let's go ahead and show you our first one. We're going to start with our Athlete of the Week, a guy who we just told you about, Miles Coleman. But if you take back-to-back punts for touchdowns, you're getting multiple shout-outs on Friday Football Fever. This is Miles' first punt return score of the night. He forced 9 missed tackles on that sprint to the end zone. And on the sideline, O-lineman Blake Frazier said, "Excuse me, King, here's your crown."
You dropped this. Over at Westlake, it was one Tiger showing off some serious drip. Jack Tyndall, some way, somehow, parched the Red Sea then sprints down the near sideline into the blue C.
Oh.
Yeah, so 2 C's, 2 different colors, but 1 impressive touchdown run for Mr. Tyndall.
2 C's, successful. Is that right? 2 C's in that word?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Producer Laura confirmed. Thank you. Hey, last but not least, we have to give a shout out to Johnson City's Johnny Slowinski. The 6'2" junior has body control hands and plenty of awareness to get 1 foot down in bounds. Check it out. Boom, right there. Even if the ref didn't see it that way, without the slow-mo that we have. Johnson City, Johnny, you did a great job on that play.
You got bossed.
Yeah,
right?
We got to send it into ESPN.
Right, send that in.
Yeah. All right, guys, now that you have seen the nominees, it's time for you to go on my X page, at Jeff Jones Sports. The poll is up right now, so you can go vote right now. We're going to re-air the winning play Tuesday in the 6 o'clock show. For Tyler, for Corey, and all the people who work behind the scenes to put these shows on every week, I'm Jeff. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and listen to our song now and check out a few of the highlights you may have missed.
Go. I put the city on top of my back.